All right. Once upon a time, about 40 years ago, I had an 8-year-old young lady come into our studio, and she's one of those 1 in 10,000 people that just has done so well in her career. She's not only a great competitor, a great martial artist, but I'm so proud of the fact that she's just one of the best teachers that I've seen. I think that any of the kids or adults that get an opportunity to work with her feel honored, and they feel like that she's something very special, which she certainly is. So I'd like to bring out Andrea Pepper Tromby, if you'd come over here and bow. All right, it's great to have her in. Come on over here a little bit. Little bit of history, and I was kind of joking when I said once upon a time, but the reality of it is, for 40 years, Andrea's been on the spot right here. When she was 8 years old, we would come over here, and we have this drill. It's called slow kicks to perfection. And she would do this almost every class. I think Andrea took 2 private lessons a week for many, many years. And she started winning early in tournaments, and now she's got 6 black belt grand championship women's at the Long Beach International. Just a tremendous record. She's had her own school in Telluride, Colorado for 20 years, has turned out some great students that have gone on and earned their black belts. So it's very, very happy that she's part of our family tree. And I'd like to show you some of the drills that we have done for so long, right exactly in this spot. She's a little taller version of what she was when we first started, but we call it, as I mentioned, slow kicks to perfection. So Andrea, let's get right at an angle, perfect. And we're gonna do a 4-count move. Front kick, bring it up and out. And I notice this is flat. Notice the toes are up, ball of the foot. Bring your foot in and back down. Bring it up, out, in and down. Now we're gonna do it in slow motion. And the leg comes up and compresses early. And now as she extends, watch her hips rock forward, and she gets that extra depth and brings the foot in and down. Now because of time limitations, we're not gonna hold it as we normally would. We would hold that foot position out and bring it out as slow as possible. We also use resistance drills. We have some elastic bands over here. But for right now, I just wanted you to see the mechanics. Now, bring your foot up and out, bring it in and down. And the higher you compress, remember, power comes from compression and rotation. Andrea is really compressing that leg, and from right there, she extends it straight out. Brings it back in and down. Now, the side kick, we chamber differently than most Kenpo schools. In most Kenpo schools, the first move is to bring your foot straight up. And from here, you would roll over and get your extension and down. Our first move is different. Our first move, you get an alignment between your knee and the tibia running directly toward your target. So when Andrea brings her foot up, now she's completely eliminated a whole count. And if I was coming in here, she would still be able to shoot right up over the top with a different trajectory than going from low to high. Now, extend out, bring it back in, look at the compression, bring it out, bring it back in, out, and now she would do a kind of a wave up and down here. Good, 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 good. And then circle it, reverse the circle, and now just straight up and down. Keep the leg locked, that's it. And you really feel that after a period of time, maybe even now. All right, from right there. So the side kick, the early chamber, the full extension with the right weapon, and you work that leg back and forth. All right, the roundhouse kick is somewhat similar in that you, of course, you do have a chamber. Bring your leg up. Now, what she did immediately is she turned her base heel directly toward her target. So at this point, she has her eyes, her shoulder, her knee, and her heel all in alignment right toward this bag. Extension, bring it back in. Now slow extension, move, bring it back in, move, back in. Now, go ahead and relax for 1 minute. Remember the front kick wherever you point your knee, that's where your foot will go. Well, it's basically the same thing here. The front kick is vertical. The roundhouse kick is horizontal. So watch Andrea, she points toward the knee. Let's go low, roundhouse. Bring it to the stomach, and from right there, go high. Now low, middle, high, and relax. Now, even in drills, it's so critical that you form habits that will bless you as time goes on. So you'll notice that Andrea's guard is up. She's utilizing her quadriceps for extension, her hamstring for retraction, and you do it, the slower you do it, the better. Now, we call it slow kicks to perfection, and we are totally aware that perfection is never obtainable. But we also know if you're really chasing perfection, guaranteed you're going to catch excellence if you put the time in. It doesn't just happen. Like, she has a lot of years of doing this, and she's done it over and over again, and as a result, not only is she a good athlete, but the reality of it is she earned her skill level by hard work. All right, so we've had the front kick, the side kick, the roundhouse kick. Remember that the slower you do these, and just think about form. Don't even think about hitting hard. If you do them slow, you're going to build the muscles up, which will make your kicks more responsive and more cooperative with what your mind is asking them to do. Put both hands on the sill. The back kick is also a 4-count move. Your foot comes up, you come out, you bring it in, and you drop it. You bring it up and out, bring it in, and drop it. So same thing. You have, go ahead Andrew, you can turn around here. You have in your kicks the 4 things that are so important. You need protection, which is your guard. You need balance. Now, I do want to clarify. We're using this as a tool, the wall. It's not that she doesn't have good balance. She could go across this floor without holding on to anything. But we're doing it because I don't want the stress of having to fight balance with this particular drill. The drill is to build the muscles. It's an investment drill that the more you do it, the more you're going to be able to reap the benefits as time goes on. So you have protection, balance, weapon. And if Andrew throws a side kick toward the bag, look at that weapon from right there. That's something you don't want to get hit with. The rest of the leg is your backup mass between this bone and the heel. Just a tremendous bone-breaking kick. All right. And the last thing, of course, is depth. And when you throw the depth, if you'll watch one more time with the side kick, look at that base foot. When she turns that, she gets about that much more depth. And it's the difference between bruising my ribs and breaking my ribs. And with that weapon, believe me, the ribs would be broken. So, Miss Pepper, thank you. All right. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to do the kick set. And the kick set was created by Tom Kelly. And brilliant drill. It gives us an opportunity to practice our kicks into motion. Everybody has a little bit different interpretation, but it always will be the 4 basic kicks, your front, side, back, and round. And you form basically a box. And you'll end up basically in the same spot that you started from. So, the history was late 60s, early 70s on the kick set. Personally, I love kicking. When I took my black belt test, my goal was every time I threw a kick, I wanted Mr. Parker to turn and look where the noise came from. And if you practice, you put the time in, you're going to be able to get that result of confidence in your kicking technique. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to kind of relocate right now as we do the kick set. Down to your horse. Meditate. Come up. Left neutral bow. Right front thrust kick. Front twist, side thrust. Drag up, roundhouse kick. Spinning back. Spin off. Right step through side. Drag up, front snap. Roundhouse. Drag up, back kick. Spin off. Left spinning back. Side snap. Front snap. Roundhouse. Spin off. Right round. Left front. Right spin. Left side. Meditate. Up. All right. From right here, we're going to go through some focus pad work. and just put some things in motion. So, from right here, left neutral belt, front kick, round kick, round kick, front kick, round, round, and hooking heel round, hooking heel round, roundhouse, 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 front kick, round kick, round kick. All right, good, feet together. All right, Andrea, thank you. All right, I hope you guys study this. We have it written down as well. This Pepper obviously has some beautiful kicks, but practice it. It's a great drill. It really balances out your art. You know, with Kenpo, we're basically hand techniques, but the more you can get those feet working for you, the more weapons you have and the more of a potential threat you would be to somebody, the bad guys. So from right here, bow. Thank you.